Okay, we're going to switch it up a little bit in tonight's coaching video. This is a topic that I would usually do on my 33 Secrets dating channel, but I'm going to go ahead and do that here on my Alpha Male Secrets channel instead, because this is a topic that a lot of you guys have asked me about, and so I'm just going to go ahead and cover it. And the topic is why a woman's body count matters. Okay, why it should matter to you, and why you should avoid sleeping around with women who have high body counts. I don't even like that term. I don't know where that term came from, body count, right? Sexual partners, previous sexual partners. So the amount of sexual partners she's had in the past is something that, at least for me, will either make or break the deal, right? These days, just because, I've been around a long time, I've done game a long time, no STDs, knock on wood, I will not even entertain a girl who has had more than 10 previous sexual partners. I don't care what age she is. If she's had more than 10, I don't even entertain her. And even 10 to me is high, right? But just from a statistical standpoint, and I've covered this on my 33 channel, from a statistical standpoint, if she's had 10 or more past sexual partners, she is 33% more likely to not be able to be faithful to you in your relationship. Okay, so your relationship has a 33% more chance of it failing if the girl has been with 10 or more past sexual partners, right? And these days, unfortunately, because of the culture we're living in, a lot of women are being told that it shouldn't matter, and that, guys do it too. That's a big thing I hear that we're going to cover tonight. It's like, if guys can do high, look at them talking about how they have such a high body count, and then we're women, we can't either. How come we can't? Oh my gosh, that's so double standard, all this. And there's a reason these double standards exist. The reason why men are seen as, pimps, and women are seen as sluts for having lots of sexual partners is because the first is hard to do, and the second is not. Okay, for men, it's very, very difficult for us to have sex. Okay, for women, it's very, very easy for them to have sex. Okay, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for a good-looking chick to walk into a bar and just be like, "Who wants to come home with me?" Oh my gosh, right? Most of the guys at that bar will be like, me. They'll be like fighting over each other. There'll be some knockout, drag out fights going on. Might even be some deaths, right? Some murders over who gets to go home with this chick. Whereas for a guy, you could be the hottest guy in the place and go, "Hey, who wants to come home with me?" People will be like, "Somebody call the cops. This guy's nuts." Or, people will be like, "No, creep," and you could be the best looking guy there. But for a woman, she has her pick of the litter. So yeah, there's a reason these double standards exist. And there's a reason why women who have had lots of sexual partners are not desirable to men, at least high value men. Right? Low value men won't care. Low value guys like, I'll bang you, because he doesn't get laid that often. He's in scarcity. He doesn't really get a whole lot of chicks. He doesn't get a whole lot of babes. So he's going to take what he can get, right? Because beggars can't be choosers. But for guys who are higher value, guys who have options, they don't need to go home with your, dried up balloon between your legs. They don't need to go home with you, right? They can be more selective, right? They can be more selective. And this is, and this is a big reason why, if I find out a girl has had more than 10 sexual partners, the deal's off, right? I don't need to go there. I don't need to put my health at risk. And I don't need to waste my time with you, because I've dated enough women, hundreds of beautiful women since the 90s, to now I can look back on my own analytics, and I could see the relationships that didn't work out, and the ones that really went, to shit. I was like, man, every single one of those girls had like more than 10 sexual partners, right? Some of them, double that, right? So yeah, for me, it's more about that, and oddly, it kind of gives you an air of superiority too, right? It's like, there's this hot girl you just met, and you're talking and you're like getting to know each other, and she thinks that like she's got you on the fence, that you're the one who has to sell yourself to her, and then you start hitting her with like, hey man, how many sexual partners have you had? Have you had any STDs and all this other stuff? And she's like, oh, I've had like close to 10, or I've had like 11 or 12. Then it's like, then you're kind of doing that. It kind of gives you this air of superiority. Like, no, I don't do girls who've had over 10 sexual partners, right? You might think, oh, it's hypocritical because guys have way more than that. But again, one is hard to do and the other is not. Okay? And there's no statistical evidence pointing to like guys having 10 sexual partners and he can't be a good dad or he can't be a good father. I mean, many times it just kind of works in our favor. It's like, okay, we felt like we've kind of run amok out there and it's time to settle down. I don't mind being with one girl. I've had my fun, right? Whereas for a female, it's just kind of becomes like a behavioral pattern where they kind of just want to stay out there and, bang more guys, right? Because if she doesn't settle down when she's younger in her 20s and she goes ahead and rides the carousel, where she starts sleeping around with other guys, I mean, that's really a pattern of behavior that is almost impossible for her to break. That's why we have that terminology, can't turn a hoe into a housewife, because once a carousel rider, always a carousel rider. Okay, but I love how women act like it's some sort of achievement or it's something that's difficult to do to have sex with guys when it's not, right? Sex for women is very easy. It's as easy as driving a car, riding a bicycle, or eating a plate of nachos. It's that easy. It doesn't take effort. For guys, it does take effort, right? For guys, we got to put in a lot of work to attract a woman of the opposite sex, especially a woman who is even just the least bit cute, right? We have to work on ourselves. We have to, work on our personalities, become more charismatic, build our confidence, our self-esteem, and that's not even including all the other stuff. Our finances, we got to have the right car, we got to live in the right neighborhood, we got to take care of ourselves physically. So there's a lot that we have to do in order to gain the attention of the opposite sex, even somebody who's just barely cute, right? To even have an opportunity to have sex. Whereas women don't really have to do that. Again, if the chick is cute, I mean, that's really all she needs. That's all she needs. She doesn't need to have a personality. She doesn't need to work on herself. She doesn't need to have, a 6-figure paycheck or a 7-figure business. She could be working at McDonald's and be a hot 18-year-old. And you know what? A guy who has a doctorate degree and has millions in the bank, he will take that chick and bring her into his circle. He will take that chick and make her his girlfriend, if not his wife, right? Would the woman do the same? Absolutely not. You're not going to see some woman with millions in the bank go and pick up the 18-year-old McDonald's worker. It's not going to happen, right? But for for women, I've always said this: women live life on easy mode. Guys live life on hard mode. So when it comes to women bragging about how many guys, oh, my body count, ooh, I'm at 20, oh, I'm at 30, I'm all this, that's not impressive to guys. We just view you as somebody who is a raging slut, right? Like a whore, somebody who can't control themselves, somebody who has like no self-control and really no self-respect, right? You have no respect for yourself because you're doing something that's very easy. Right? You're doing something that doesn't take any effort, doesn't take any skill to go out there. I mean, you might say, oh, I put on makeup and I do my hair. It's like, that's not a skill, right? Even your good looks, say the chick is good looking, that's not your doing, that's your parents' doing, right? You won the genetic gene pool lottery. It's not like you built that. It's not like, you did something, right? So when it comes to women like chest pounding about how many guys they slept with, this is why high value guys are like, that's gross. That's just gross, right? Because we know that doesn't take any effort, right? That's not impressive to us. And this is why high value guys prefer, right? Actually prefer women with very little to no sexual partners, right? Very little to no sexual partners. So big difference between say a 30-year-old female virgin who would be considered a good girl versus a 30-year-old male virgin who would not be considered a good guy, but an incel, right? What do you call a 30-year-old male virgin? Incel. What do you call a 30-year-old female virgin? Good girl, right? Huge difference. Reason why those double standards exist is because, again, for men, having sex, getting sex from women is something that's very difficult in many cases to do. Like, the hotter the girl is, the more difficult it is. Whereas for women, it's easy. Man, it's easy. Okay? It's very easy, especially with these online dating apps. If you're just out there spreading your legs, you're just a whore, right? I mean, that does not take any talent whatsoever to just demoralize yourself and have no self-respect and just spread your legs for, like some hot guy, right? But this is why this stuff matters, guys. This is why this stuff matters. This is why you should ask girls how many guys she slept with. This is why you should, really, really hold yourself to a higher standard, especially if you're a high value guy, you're going places in life. You don't want to be with a chick who's been with like 75 dudes, right? That is just disgusting. And I did a coaching video on this on my 33 channel about how, like, all these guys who've yacked up inside of her, like a lot of that sperm like stays with her for life, right? It's really, really creepy and really, really gross. I'm not going to get into it in tonight's coaching video, but do your research on it. They tried to debunk it, but I don't believe those debunks. I believe it's true, right? That these chicks all hold the DNA of all these guys that they banged in the past, because a lot of them just take on those same mannerisms from those guys in the past, right? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But in any case, as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Share anything that I might have missed below that you want to add. Always happy to see your comments. Always happy to read them. So drop those comments below. And as always, this is M, also known as Matt Cross, from AlphaMaleSecrets, signing out. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel. So please make sure you subscribe as well. Okay, and for you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible content that I'm teaching you here on my AlphaMaleSecrets channel, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube, and I'm doing that for obvious reasons. That's to protect my content from YouTube in the event that they ever try to shut me down. I will always have my premium content available on my premium channel because I am paying to be on this other platform. And this is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you love what I'm doing here, I would really appreciate it if you become a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Who can't afford $1? All you have to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.